Someone made you feel like the most important person in the world. Constant messages, constant attention, gifts you didn't ask for. I've never felt this way about anyone. You're different from everyone else. I think you might be the one. And then, slowly, it changed. The same person who made you feel everything started making you feel nothing, or worse. And you kept asking yourself, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. You were love-bombed. Today, someone is being love-bombed. They think it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. They have no idea what comes next. I'm not trying to scare you. I want to show you exactly how it works. Because the only way to protect yourself, and the people you care about, is to know what it looks like before it's too late. Welcome to User 404. Most people never watch this kind of content. You do. Subscribe and stay ahead. This isn't the content they'll show you in ads. Subscribe before the algorithm hides this channel. The like isn't for me. It's so the people who need this can see it. The Matrix keeps people in the dark. You can change that for just one person. Share this video, subscribe, and drop a like. Let's begin. Love bombing is a manipulation tactic used primarily by narcissists, people with dark triad personality traits, and those who need to control others. It works in 3 phases. Phase 1. Idealization. You are flooded with affection, attention, and praise. You feel chosen, special, irreplaceable. Phase 2. Devaluation. The same person who put you on a pedestal begins to tear you down, slowly, then all at once. Phase 3. Discard. When you have nothing left to give, or when you finally start to resist, they leave, or make you leave. And often, they move immediately to the next target. The love bombing phase, phase 1, is where the trap is set, and it is the phase almost nobody recognizes in time. 7 signs. You don't need all 7. Sometimes 2 or 3 are enough. Sign number 1, too much, too fast. Sign number 1, too much, too fast. Within days, sometimes hours, they tell you they've never felt this way before. They want to know everything about you. They call it deep connection, but what they're actually doing is mapping you, learning your insecurities, your needs, your weak points. Everything you tell them in those first intense weeks, they will use later. Defense. Intensity at the beginning of a relationship is not the same as depth. Real connection builds slowly. Anything that feels like it skipped steps probably did. Sign number 2, constant contact. Sign number 2, constant contact. Messages from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep. I was just thinking about you. I miss you already. I need to hear your voice. At first, it feels like devotion. What it actually is, isolation training. They are slowly becoming the center of your world, crowding out friends, family, your own thoughts, so that by the time the devaluation begins, you have no one else to turn to. Defense. If someone new in your life requires your constant attention and becomes upset when they don't have it, that is a boundary violation, not a love language. Sign number 3, future faking. They paint a vivid future together, trips you'll take, places you'll live, a life that sounds perfect. I want to take you to Italy. Let's move in together. I can see us growing old together. These are not promises. They are hooks, designed to make you emotionally invest in a future that will never arrive. Because once you're invested, you'll tolerate almost anything to protect that imagined future. Defense. Pay attention to the gap between what someone says and what they do. Words cost nothing. Actions are the only real data. Sign number 4, mirroring. They seem to like everything you like. Share your values. Finish your sentences. Feel like the person you've always been looking for. That's because they are reflecting you back at yourself. Love bombers are expert listeners. In the early phase, they absorb what you love, what you believe, what you dream about, and feed it back to you as their own personality. You're not falling in love with them. You're falling in love with a reflection of yourself. Defense. Ask yourself, what do I actually know about this person that is different from me? If the answer is very little, pay attention. Sign number 5. Jealousy framed as love. I just care about you so much. I hate the thought of anyone else being with you. I get jealous because you mean everything to me. Jealousy is repackaged as proof of love. Monitoring your phone becomes concern. Questioning your friendships becomes devotion. But what is actually being built is a cage, brick by brick, and each brick is labeled love. Defense. Possessiveness is not love. Love expands your world. Control shrinks it. If someone who claims to love you is making your world smaller, that is the only data point that matters. Sign number 6. Manufactured dependency. They slowly become the solution to every problem. Your bad days, your insecurities, your loneliness. They position themselves as the only person who truly understands you. And subtly, sometimes deliberately, they weaken your other connections. A comment about a friend, a suggestion that your family doesn't really get you, a reason to spend less time with people who knew you before them. Until the day comes when you look around and realize they're all you have left. That day is not an accident. Defense. Make a deliberate effort to maintain relationships outside of any new romantic connection. Someone who is genuinely good for you will never require you to sacrifice your other relationships. Sign number 7. The sudden shift. Without warning, it changes. The same person who said you were everything starts treating you like you are nothing. Cold, critical, distant, or simply gone. And you spend weeks, sometimes months, trying to get back to the person they were at the beginning, trying to figure out what you did wrong, changing yourself to please them. That version of them was never real. It was a performance, designed specifically to get you here, to this moment where you will do almost anything to get it back. Defense. If someone's entire personality changed after you were emotionally invested, the first version was the lie. You cannot win back something that never existed. Love bombing works because it targets the most human thing about us, the need to be seen, to be chosen, to matter to someone. It is not a sign of weakness that it worked. It is a sign that you were open enough to let someone in. Researchers have found that love bombing activates the same neural pathways as addiction. The dopamine hit of constant validation, followed by the withdrawal of sudden coldness, creates a cycle that is genuinely chemically difficult to break. You are not weak for staying. You are not stupid for believing. You were targeted by someone who is very good at this. 7 signs. 7 signs. Too much too fast. Constant contact. Future faking. Mirroring. Jealousy framed as love. Manufactured dependency. The sudden shift. None of these alone make someone dangerous. But together, and especially when they appear in sequence, they form a pattern. A pattern that ends the same way, almost every time. Knowing this does not mean you close yourself off. It means you learn the difference between someone who loves you and someone who needs you to believe they do. Real love does not require you to lose yourself. Real love does not feel like withdrawal. Real love does not build a cage and call it a home. If this reached you, share it with one person who needs it. Not as a weapon, as a light. Subscribe to User 404, because the next video goes even deeper. And you already know, they never wanted you to find this channel.